Welcome to another edition of English Makes No Sense, right here on the English Makes No Sense YouTube channel. It is I, SL Rockfish, your happy host, ready to give you a fun and hopefully entertaining lesson in the English language. If you're new to the channel, this is what we do. I talk about English language, something that many people send me little requests. If you have a request, please put it in the comments down below. And we learn and talk about different things that are crazy about the English language. And I'm telling you, there are a million things. But today we're going to focus on the words in and on. I know we already did that, but there's still a lot of confusion. And there's many sayings with the words in and on. So I thought I'd do idioms and sayings with in and on, help you with that. And also just clear up any confusion we have about in and on. And you know, I'm going to end with a little verse. Actually, it's a long verse today because there's a lot going on with in and on. So come on in. Welcome. It is I, once again, SL Rockfish. If you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, because I'm here, Instagram, and Facebook. All at English Makes No Sense. So check it out. Some versions are longer. TikTok has a million different topics. But today we're going to do in and on right here. So come on. I just used on. So in versus on. I wrote it on the board. On location. So on is used for location and in is used for location. I know. Why do we do that? I don't know. But we're going to try to break it down. Now we go on a date, in a car, we drive on the street, we get on a bus, we get on a subway, but we don't get on a car. But we also have a lot of sayings with the word on in them. So we're going to start there first because I did something with in and on in a previous video, like 4 videos back. So check it out. And this is going to be a little expansion, okay? On a wing and a prayer. On a wing and a prayer, that means hopefully, but not likely to succeed. Like we're going to do this on a wing and a prayer. No, we don't. We try to plan. But this on a wing and a prayer is like you're more hopeful than planned. Then we have on the fly. That means to improvise. No planning at all. Sometimes that's successful. Ooh, look at those glares. And sometimes it's not. On the level. You should always be on the level. That means to be honest and reliable or trustworthy. On the level. I wonder why. Because like under the level would be dishonest or above the level? Then we have on the wagon. If you're on the wagon, that means you've given up alcohol. You're abstaining from alcohol. No alcohol for you. So if you're on the wagon, great. On the bandwagon. Now, this one could have alcohol. On the bandwagon means to join something that's already going good. Like, let's say your team's doing well, and your neighbor just decided, hey, they're a new fan of your team. They jump on the bandwagon. They suddenly are the best fan ever. Then we have on your high horse. Don't be on your high horse, because if you're on your high horse, you are looking down on people. You act self-righteous. Nobody likes somebody who's on their high horse. Don't be on their high horse. And if you know someone that's not like, aren't you on your high horse? That's a great thing to work in a conversation. But only if someone's on their high horse, if they think they're better than everyone else. And then on the town. Remember when we could go on the town? On the town means out celebrating. You can do it now. You just have to be 6 feet apart with a mask on. You could still go on the town. It's just not as fun during coronavirus. Okay? Those are sayings with on. Now let's go in the groove. In the groove. Oh, I love in the groove. You know what in the groove means? Going along or working great. Easily. Without effort. Time flies when you're in the groove. Then you could be in the limelight. In the limelight means you're the center of attention. Ah. Lots of people like to be in the limelight. In the offing. In the offing, that means it's likely to happen soon. It's in the offing that you're going to have a better understanding of in and on. Huh? Yeah, true, true. In the doghouse. Don't be in the doghouse. When you're in the doghouse, you're not really in the doghouse because very few dogs have houses anymore. They're right. My dogs live in my house. But if you're in the doghouse, you're going to be in trouble. My parents used to say, You are in the doghouse. Then in the bag. Now, slang, like when somebody's half in the bag, that means they're drunk. But if they're in the bag, if something is in the bag, it's certain to be successful. Like, we got this game in the bag. There's no way we're going to lose. Usually we lose if we think it's in the bag. In seventh heaven. If you're in seventh heaven, you're full of joy. You're in the happiest place ever. I don't know what happened with heavens 1 through 6, but if you're in the seventh heaven, that's the bomb. And then in a nutshell is concisely, summary, quick. In a nutshell, in and on have many different uses, and I hope to make it easier for you. Okay? Whew. Those are sayings with in and on. I hope you're still with me because here comes the verse. And the verse is a little long. I'll give you this time, but it should help. And if you freeze frame, you'll be able to see it. Okay? So, you know, I like to create a little verse because I can't find what I want in the libraries all the time. So, when to use both in and on. And my apologies to the Dr. Seussish manner. Actually, it's not really, but it's going to have a rhythm, I hope. Ready? Do you know my good friend Ron? He wants to use both in and on. He is not sure which to use or how and why. It does confuse. Let's break it down to help him choose. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, say, dear Ron, here is my friend Pat. He can show you with a hat. First, his hat is in his hand. He moves it up and then next he puts it on his head. Yes, on his head is what I said. There he is, my old friend Pete. He uses in and on with street. Street is tricky. Pete walks on the street to talk. That means he walks on the sidewalk. But what if he walks in the middle of the street? There's a little. Don't walk in the street if there's traffic coming. There's a little better way to say it. That's so. You may say he's in the street, you know? Well, have you met my friend Jane? She is getting on a plane. On a plane, not in a plane? That is very, very strange. Strange, you say? Well, here is Ray. He goes riding on the subway. My other friend, her name's Elaine. She is riding on a train. On a train, not in a train? That sounds totally insane. Hey, what do you know? Here's Joe. He is always on the go. But Joe, you know, is never late, even when he's on a date. He is always there on time, in time too, before the chime. Remember when clocks used to chime? That almost sounds like a subway. Sorry. I kid you not, it's really true. Just ask my good friend Sue. Sue is driving in her car because on the bus she can't go far. She is married off to Jay. Jay uses on with every day. On Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, on is used. That's just the way. Jay is in time, which also means he is on time to the scene. To be on a given day, there is really not much more to say. Oh, wait, there is my good friend Tom. He is talking to his mom. Where is his mom? She's on the phone. She's on the phone, not in the phone? I can't see her on the phone, yet I can hear her in the phone. That tricks a lot of people, on and in the phone. But it is, when you say we're on the phone. Here we go. In the phone, not, no, that can't be. We use on, both you and me. Even though she sounds in, we still say on for the win. Both in and on are for location. Write that down for your notation. A book can be in a library on a shelf. I kid you not, I have seen it for myself. Look, who's coming? My friend Abel. He is working on my table. We use on for mass communication. Think about your favorite station. The man, he is on television. He left radio, his decision. The songs, they come on the radio. We listen on our patio. We use on for TV and in for movies. I guess that's just how it should be. Why do we use in for movies and on for TV? Don't know. That actor's on my favorite show. Yes, he was in that movie, you know? Now there you've learned both in and on. Does that help you, my dear friend Ron? 2 small words to practice on, and on and on and on. What? Come on, English. I hope this helps you out. Sorry for the length. It's a little long, but I hope you stayed to the end. Please let me know what you think. If you have ideas that you want me to do, different topics in English you want me to do, please let me know. And as always, thank you, be careful, and see ya.